do, we want to welcome current Florida Gators safety entering his junior year next season. Had a fantastic breakout year this season. Got to pick off Jackson Dart twice in the Gators win against Ole Miss. Had a pick against LSU, but ultimately a great breakout season for current Gators safety Bryce Thornton. Bryce, welcome to the show, brother.
I'm glad to be here, man.
Man, it's good to have you. Good to have you.
Let's let him talk about this first because I asked him pre-show. Give your brother a little shout out. Who's on your shirt?
Oh, that's my older brother, man. He played at Ohio State, man. He's just balling.
Just popped off for 33, a casual 33 piece. Last weekend.
Well, Bryce, let's get into kind of your story a little bit. Originally from Georgia, come down to University of Florida. What ultimately made your decision to pick UF over obviously a ton of different schools that offered you?
First I'm gonna let everybody know my mom and dad went to Georgia. They both played sports there.
So
everybody
like
thought
you
was
already,
gonna play.
Yeah.
Everybody thought was gonna go to Georgia, but really my decision is like the recruitment process. Because when I first got there, it was Patrick Toney. He was on me heavy. Like as soon as he offered me, like on the phone, he told me I was gonna commit there, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, man, you don't know that. But he ended up getting me in the whole process. I was talking to Jordan Castell. He was saying I need to come there, and now we balling there.
How aggressive was Georgia in recruiting you?
It was pretty aggressive, but I didn't feel like it was like Florida. I feel like Florida, like they showed like they wanted me bad, so that kind of like led into it. I feel like Georgia thought I was gonna come just because my people went there.
Almost like took it for granted. Like his family went here, he's coming. What was Tony like as a recruiter? I remember talking to Shamar. There was like that story that came out that like the day before signing day, Patrick Toney was on like Call of Duty with Shamar until like 2 a.m, just to like make sure that no one else was calling him. What was Patrick like as a recruiter?
He was a good recruiter. He had called me like 6:30 in the morning, signing day. I didn't know what that was about. I understand now, but I'm like, what we doing, man?
I'm trying to sleep. He's like, I'm just making sure no one else is on the line.
But he was great. I kept talking about life and everything. Like it was just more than just a football coach. So it was a big part in it.
So he left right before you got to campus, or right when you were getting to campus there. Austin Armstrong gets hired. Then, you have a change at the secondary coach position after the end of last season, bring in Will Harris. What was that transition like for you? And then, what's it been like? Because it really seemed like the defensive side of the ball, especially the defensive backfield, really turn it on, towards the middle and then definitely at the end of the season there.
At first for me, it was just kind of challenging having like 3 new position coaches in 2 years. So I didn't know what to make out of it. But when Harris got there, like he just set the standard in the room, and like he really like stuck in the standard through the good and the bad. So like he really mean a lot to the DB group. Like I just feel like me personally, I couldn't make half the plays if it wasn't for him. Like slowing the game down for me, and like watching extra film. Like even like you see him in drills and everything. Like you don't really see coaches do that. So like he make you want to play for him. So that was like a big thing for me.
Does he ever have to like watch out? Like he might have said something to you on Monday, and then like Tuesday you get out there and it's like second period, and you're like, wow, I'm coming up. He's holding that pad. Maybe we give him a little extra thump going through these drills today.
Not too much. Harris' big thing is to instill confidence in everybody. He really never talked down to nobody. Like everything he do, basically to build confidence, and that's like the biggest thing. Like you can't play out there if you ain't confident. So he never try to tear nobody down. Like he just, you got to talk to everybody a different way, but he tried his best.
Smart.
What are you guys doing?
That you hit him a little extra hard. Never admit it.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing differently? Before Will Harris got there, and even before Napier and those guys took the job, even with Patrick Toney before he came on, it's been a lapse or just a lack of physicalness from the secondary. Coming up to make those tackles, running the alley. You guys seem to be doing that very good this year. What's been the difference in coaching and just style of defense that make you guys up the level of tackling?
Especially second, I feel like Will like demanded it. Like the first thing in there is you got to be physical. If you ain't physical, you ain't playing. So I like, if you want to get on the field, you better be physical. That was the biggest thing he kept saying all year. Like I know y'all can cover people, but to get to the next level, you got to be physical. So like he just kept bringing that all year. Even though it took us time to actually show it, but it's like it just kept playing. Like he's gonna keep talking about regardless. So I feel like that's the biggest thing with him, just preaching about it, like making us do hitting drills with him, like showing like, man, like hit me, like come on, like this ain't for the weak. Like if you really want to play SEC ball, it gotta be physical.
How well do those
Right.
donuts work, man? Like, does the donut drills, do you guys need more physical in-camp tackling, or do those donuts that we see you guys tackling in camp or in practice, those help a little bit?
It does. It's just how you take the approach. I feel like, however you take it. If you take it serious, then it's gonna actually help you. But you like a day of school, don't want to hit that day, it ain't gonna really help you. So I feel like it just depends on how your approach is to the game.
Got you.
Practice doesn't make
So
perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
There you go.
so how you feel about when I was playing at Florida, man, we was big DBU. Like DBU was the thing that
Yeah.
our DBs was going by. Like, how do you feel about that standard? I know obviously y'all picked it up this year tremendously. So how y'all feel about that standard of being DBU? Is that like something that y'all preach in the locker room and kind of bringing that standard back and holding that standard to each other?
Nah, for sure. The DBs, like you can tell, last year we had 3 picks. This year we caught 13 in secondary. So it's like it's a big thing to us.
Right.
Like we try to get 3 turnovers a game just in the secondary alone. Like we preach, like if y'all really want to live up to the DBU standard, we got to prove it. So it's just like that's all we talk about, like bringing Florida back with the swag and just all the little antics we do. Like it's all we trying to come back to.
Bryce
I
had as many
heard that.
picks this year as the team did last year.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. But yeah, I
Hey,
heard that.
oh, go ahead, Jordan.
Just a quick one. I heard that Quincy Wilson and Tease Tabor be around there certain
Nah,
times.
yeah.
Y'all mess with them boys. They be doing a good job bringing the culture back.
Not what for sure. Them just seeing them now, old players, they give you confidence and just give you little details they seen when they
Right.
played,
For
and they helped me
sure.
get my footballs from Ole Miss. They took the ball, put it in my lockers. I appreciate
Oh, that's
that.
respect right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, have you seen Q?
It's been a while. You know that man.
Bro, boy's hair is long. He's got cornrows now.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
Shoot. He
Yeah?
used to be waved up. He's got just cornrows now. Yeah.
that's a fact.
Hey, Bryce, I know DBs have a lot of swag and everything else. I know the seatbelt was big this year, locking the seatbelt. What's your favorite celebration to do when you make a pass breakup or something? Or are you just trying to run back to the huddle? I know every DB is different, man. I know some are celebrating balls that are thrown out of bounds. I mean, I'm seeing they're like, you didn't do anything.
I just like to talk. I like to talk a little bit,
Yeah.
Tell the water I'm here. That's all, I'm not a big celebration, but I'm gonna let you know I'm here.
Yeah, you got an
On
eye
that
for the
note-
ball, man.
Like,
You seem to find the interception a lot like Ahmad Black did, when he was in his prime. That's been my player comp to you a little bit, is the guy that didn't come in with the high accolades, but just a football player that could find the football. What is your roles back there? I know there's 2 safeties, and a lot of the fans be wanting to know strong safety, free safety. Like, what are your duties as a safety? What's your role in the room back there?
my role, like me and my coach, he tell me like I need to be versatile. Like I need to be able to play star, I need to play free, I need to play weak. Just to have the mindset, just to know all the positions. That was the biggest thing with me. He was like, I feel like you can do it. You got to trust yourself to be able to do it. So that's like the biggest thing with me. We just had to learn all the different positions. But mainly I played weak safety this year. But it's just like in this game, you don't know who can go down. So he's just like, I need you to be able to plug you any place. So that was with me this year.
I have a kind of a mental question, because you mentioned players going down. Obviously, the Gators had 4 injuries at cornerback, a couple safeties. I mean, Asa Turner, a guy that was out of the portal, played 20 snaps this season before he got injured.
Mm-hmm.
How do you play mentally, knowing that you see your brothers going down with injuries? Does that change the way that you guys play at all? Do you have some timidity? You're like, oh man, I don't want to get hurt. But how do you kind of overcome some of that mental stuff when you see your guys go down?
I feel like as the group, we just show like we got to make plays. Like it's not that many of us. Like it's only up to us. Like we only had like 6
Right.
people that could play. It's like if you really want to make it to the league, you gotta make plays. Like you can't really think about injuries. Our goal was we need to make plays, and we need to show everybody that we can make plays.
We were saying by the end of the season, there was no tapping the helmet in the secondary. It was like, no, listen, you get them off the field, you can come get your Gatorade.
Yeah, that's get them out.
What was we're getting into the portal. I think the portal just closed, but what are you thinking when they go out and they get like a DJ Douglas, a safety, when they go get Asa, another safety, and you're like, okay, well, they're bringing all these guys in to compete. What was that what goes through your mind when they're bringing in safeties, and then you get out there in the spring and you guys start competing?
It's just a business. Like they always gonna bring people in to come get you. That's the whole point of this. Like football, like they want the next player. So it's just like it's up to me to show them I'm still that player, and every day just come compete. You know, there's no hating in the secondary. You know, everybody love each other. Everybody cool with each other. That's the biggest thing, especially with us. It's just go out there and show that you're the best player.
What can you learn from those guys too? Both of them are fifth-year seniors, I think.
Like,
What can you take from them? Once they get in, and just maybe the way that they see the game differently, or their different experiences have kind of shaped their player. What did you take from DJ and from Asa?
now they helped me a lot. Just seeing like little extra film, a little details, how much they done played. Like some stuff I never looked at because I was just trying to just play ball. They done helped me like in the film room a lot. Just little details they done helped me. Like both of them, like it's a big, tremendous help for me this year.
Your role is going to be a little bit different this year, going in as a bona fide starter into the off season. What are you trying to work on going into next year?
I'm really just working on more, man. I feel like just making plays. Like that's the biggest thing you can do now. Cause I feel like I'm comfortable with the defense. You know, the game done slowed down. Now it's just up to me to make plays and just get everybody else involved. I feel like trying to be more of a vocal leader or just lead more by example. You know, cause like it's just my time. I feel like.
Right. It's your team,
nigga.
You're a Georgia boy, man. What the playlist like? Pre-game playlist? What you listening to get your mind right?
Believe it or not, you know, I listen to some T.I. Jeezy, like pregame or Lil Baby.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
with it, baby.
You know, I'm an old
Okay.
school
Yeah.
nigga.
My era. Okay.
Still trying to get in that mindset for the game, you know?
Yeah.
Corey and I, you'll like this. A few years ago, what was that? 2020, when the Gators played in the SEC championship there in Atlanta. Corey and I did a podcast episode from the Trap Music Museum.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to name my top 5 rappers, I know I don't look like a guy who listens to rap. That's all I listened to for about 15 years. T.I. and Jeezy are my top 5. I know people are going to criticize me for that, but those are
T.I.
my
top 5.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
But T.I. in the top 5 is crazy?
Like in a certain era or of all time?
No, my favorite. Like what I like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing a ranking of the top 5. I'm like, how?
No.
How sway?
Top 5.
Yeah.
Like music is
personal.
Is preferential.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who's got the aux cord in the DB room?
When they tunes, a cornerback, he got the aux. Yeah, Javion Tunes, he got the aux. Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. You like your number? You plan on changing numbers this offseason?
I was going to ask that. You comped him to Ahmad Black, and when Ahmad got to Florida, they gave him 35, and he hated it, and he ended up making it his number. So I was going to ask you the same thing.
I'm trying to figure out if I don't stay with 18, probably try to get 7 back for high school. But if I just get 18, I'm gonna just rock it, you know.
Make it yours.
Man.
Yeah,
it's a funky number, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks a little funky. You're a ball player. We gotta get you in a single digit, baby. That 7 should be free. Yeah, we
I'm trying to get that 7.
Yeah, get that 7.
There's 7 on defense right now.
It was Chiquez.
Yeah, Quez 7.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Going in. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, he should be out of there. Bro. You got a favorite uniform combo? What you like to play in the most?
What I like to play in, or what I want to wear.
What you want to wear?
I want to pull out the all white helmets, like all white everything.
Yeah, that cocaine.
Yeah, yeah. I wish we could. We could, man. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
We gotta talk to Nate. Nate. Those white helmets. Those white helmets are so.
Those white helmets go hard.
What them throwback blues?
Yeah.
Throwback
blues.
Yeah.
So either or, if I can get one of them, I'll be set for jerseys.
Does Napier ask you guys at all, or is he just like, "Hey, this is what we're doing"?
I think this is what we doing.
I think he asked for the bowl game, didn't he?
A bowl game, yeah. Some of the players got to vote for the bowl game, yeah.
Okay,
I like that one.
So when you go, when we got the game in Jacksonville, when you go back and play Georgia, is most of your family they throwing on orange and blue? What's that vibe like, man? You go in that game with a different edge. Like, what's your mindset? The family, what's everything like going back to that one?
Oh, my mom, she'll ride it out, so she gonna put whatever I got on. She like Like she gonna put the whole Gator thing on, whole family. They're like, other than that game, they gonna put the Georgia back on. But nah,
I
yeah,
mean,
the mindset different. I'm just, me knowing the coaches, me knowing the players. So it's just out there, go have fun. And talk smack to them over there.
We almost had them, bro.
Now, yeah, we gonna get them though.
We gonna get them.
Yeah.
100%.
What kind of smack talker are you? Are you doing research? Are you going through like Twitter? Are you going through Instagram? Are you finding some dirt? Do you have like extra? Do you have extra, or are you just like in the moment, just talking?
In the moment?
Okay.
Whatever I feel like.
I wanted to know if you were studying your opponents to bring up something that make them like double back. You're like, what? How do you know that?
Nah.
Bryce, who's going to start on the other side of you next year? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay.
Competition every year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you got to keep earning your spot, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Training camp.
Yeah, that's right. It's a question we ask a lot of people. And this is very different than a lot of the questions we've asked you. We've talked a lot of positives. Now we want to know in the locker room who's got the best hands on the team.
Best hands?
Yeah. Like
Hey,
square up. Not like a
God.
manicure. Those would be me. But for a square up, who do we got?
Man, I was probably Sap.
Okay.
I like
Big Sappy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to mess with him, man.
Yeah,
So
tap into a different currency. For
Nah,
sure.
we asked DeAndre Robinson, and he didn't. I don't even know if we finished the sentence, and he goes, "Me," and just like smiled. And the way he smiled, we were all like, "Yeah, no." Yeah, somebody who smiles like that when we're talking about fighting enjoys fighting.
Man. Some got weight class, D lineman,
Well, hey,
O-lineman.
them boys got it.
Yeah. With all that.
You guys got any final questions for Bryce before we let him enjoy his evening?
No, man. No, we're looking forward to the off season, seeing how you boys are gonna grow. Last question is just what was it, to see the team turn around? I know it got a little, just heated. It got a little frustrating for the fans. I'm pretty sure it's frustrating on y'all end, like the lack of success early. But what was that turnaround like for you? Seeing everything flip a little bit and seeing where we could go next year.
Well, the turnaround was amazing. Just having everybody believe, like, just in the team, like, man, we're gonna win every game. Like, we just had that faith, and every game just showed a little bit more, and it just like in the season off, we just like, man, this got to be our year. Like, ain't nothing else to it. We can't make no more excuses. Like, we got the team we want. Like, this Nape class, everybody then like the whole team then just Nape class. So it's just like we got to prove it now.
I mean, I think you guys did a great job. I was at the Gasparilla Bowl, and you could just see how much fun. Obviously, it's a bowl game, and you guys, really controlled the entire game there. But really watching the team, especially when Dez got the ball carry on 4th and 1, and you watch the team go crazy. It just seems like you guys have obviously going through everything that you guys have gone through the last couple of years, and the way that this season started. You guys really have each other's backs, and you can tell you guys play hard for each other. And a lot of teams would give up if they're struggling at the beginning of the year. But shout out to you and shout out to the team.
No, for sure.
I got one more, man. Who's taking the calls on the field, like leader wise, like who taking the calls and who was sending the calls in? Was it Ron Roberts or Austin Armstrong?
Roberts in the box, so
okay.
I feel like he'll call it. I think he was calling the plays and then just signaling. It was like some of the GAs. I think they were just doing it.
Got you.
Did I mean the Swamp's been sold out for a while, but did it start to feel different? The LSU game, the Ole Miss game, like when you guys started to get on a little bit of a run, did it start to feel different, sound different down the field?
For sure it sounded different, like just being out there is like amazing, especially when, defense balling, like we had like 7 or 8 sacks LSU, heard every one of them. Like that's why I loved it. Like I came for this. Like it's the reason, like you come to the Swamp, you die there. Like want every team's dreams to get crushed. So it's like that's the biggest thing for me playing in the Swamp.
And then when you get your hands on two passes against Ole Miss, do you just black out after that? You're like running. You're like running around the field, like your hair's on fire. People are pointing you like, "Hey, go to the recruits." After the way that like Miami did it with the recruits, did you guys start to make like a point, like, "Hey, when we make a play at home, we're going over to these recruits to tell them like this
Try
is
to
where
make
you come here?
This is the reason why you want to come here, yeah. Especially when I make plays like that, I can't hear nothing. Like just black out. Like I don't know what's going on. But nah, yeah. This the reason why you want to come to Florida. Like you had to, put it on top.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, y'all have Miami at the top of that list for me next year, brother.
Nah,
We
for
need that
sure.
get back, man.
I ain't get to play, so that's on mine too.
100.
Awesome, brother. Well, man, we appreciate you for joining the show today. I hope you have a great new year, man, and we're really looking forward to watching you next year. And best of luck with everything, brother.
Y'all too, man. Thank you.
Awesome. You got it, Bryce. Thanks, dude.
Cool kid.
All right.
Cool cat.
For sure.
Man.
Assigned
Good
seats. Gotta
interview.
give me a